People of the State of Michigan versus Cole Summey, file 2023574. Mr. Summey is appearing by video from the jail. Ms. Halleck is his attorney. Mr. Gabry is the prosecutor. Case is set for a status conference today, and after a half hour's worth of negotiations, we are now ready to proceed. Mr. Summey, I understand that the case is going to resolve in a plea, so please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Gabry, again, the offer for the record is?
Your Honor, Mr. Summey enters a plea of guilty to count 2, that being possession of a firearm by a felon, as well as this being his, this will be his 3rd felony, in other words, the habitual offender 3rd notice. We will dismiss counts 1 and the drug double, count 3, 4, and 5.
All right, Ms. Halleck, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Summey, the offer is that you plead to 1 count of felon in possession of a firearm as a habitual 3rd offense. That would be a felony punishable by up to a maximum of 10 years in the Department of Corrections and or a fine of up to $5,000, along with mandatory forfeiture of the weapon or device. The possession of methamphetamine and its drug double and a habitual 3rd would be dismissed. Possession of ammunition by a felon as a habitual 3rd would be dismissed. Carrying a concealed weapon as a habitual 3rd would be dismissed. And the felony firearm count, which has a mandatory 2-year sentence consecutive to and preceding any other, would be dismissed. So it's 1 count of felon in possession as a habitual 3rd, dismiss everything else. Is that your understanding of the offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
And and you are also on probation, are you not?
Yes, Your Honor.
So you understand that this case could result in a probation violation in your probation case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Now, again, has anyone promised anything else to get you to plead?
No, Your Honor.
Anybody threaten you?
No, Your Honor.
Are you doing this of your own free will?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you understand that if I accept your plea, you'll not have a trial of any kind, and that you'll be giving up the rights you would have had at trial? Those include the right to be tried by a jury, to be presumed innocent until proven guilty, to have the prosecutor prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you are guilty, to have the witnesses against you appear at trial, to question the witnesses that appear against you, to have the court order witnesses you have for the defense to appear at trial, to remain silent during the trial and to not have that silence used against you, and to testify at trial if you want to testify. You understand you're giving up all those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
You also understand that if your plea is accepted, you may be giving up the right to appeal certain issues that would otherwise be appealable if you were convicted at a trial. Further, any appeal for your conviction and sentence pursuant to the plea would be by application for leave and not by right. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, it alleges that on November 8th, 2020, you were in the city of Sturgis, the county of St. Joseph, and the state of Michigan. Is that true?
Yes, Your Honor.
And at that time, you did possess a firearm when ineligible to do so because you had been convicted of the felony of possession of methamphetamine, which is a felony punishable by 4 years or more. That means that you were not eligible to be in possession of a firearm unless you regained your eligibility, which you had not met yet. Do you agree that you were in possession of a firearm on that date?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you admit you have a previous felony which bars you from being in possession of a firearm?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you admit you have at least 2 previous felony convictions so that this would be your habitual 3rd offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are counsel satisfied that a factual basis has been established by the defendant's statement of facts?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
And are either counsel aware of any other promises, threats, or inducements?
No, Your Honor.
No.
Has the court complied with the court rule?
Court has.
Yes.
I find the plea made is accurate, understanding, voluntary. There's a factual basis. Therefore, I accept the plea We'll set this for sentencing on July 16th at 1:30. Mr. Summey, get that packet filled out the deputy is going to give you so they can update your pre-sentence report. I will notify Ms. Hines and your agent that your other case is ready to proceed on the probation violation, and we'll get that set as soon as possible so that that one can get taken care of also. All right, thank you very much, and that concludes the